If you haven't heard on the internet from pretty much every single cryptocurrency YouTuber, Ethereum is going through a major upgrade. Okay, it's called the Ethereum London Hardfork. In this video here, I'm gonna explain what a hard fork is, I'm gonna explain what the London Hardfork is, and the significance of EIP 1559. This can be the potential catalyst for Ethereum to get to 10K, and I close my eyes because I am passionate and somebody's calling me on my watch. Keep watching. What's going on, everybody? Alex back with another video. Today we're talking about the big smart contract platform, not the little ones, the big ones with a real sales proposition, Ethereum. I'm going to go over some potential catalysts for the future of Ethereum, how it could potentially get to 10K, and of course, the important, super important, if you haven't noticed, London Hardfork that just happened today. Okay, I'll go over all those details and more. But before we get started, the most important thing by far, more important than Ethereum, I'm just joking, I'm not selfish. Like the video, share it with a friend, and of course, subscribe to the #1 handsomest quadrillionaire, super beautiful YouTuber. Obviously, that's a joke. Don't take it serious, because some people will take it serious, and then they'll go in my comment section and get all mad. Let's get into the video. But before we start, I have a couple announcements for you. #1, I actually just created for you guys a completely free digital course. This digital course was well thought out. It shows you exactly how I 344x my investment with Ethereum. Yes, I was purchasing and mining Ethereum at $3 to $7, as well as how I got some of these crazy trades, guys. One of the trades was I traded $14,000 into $120,000 in 2 days. So I'll give you the whole entire playbook. It's literally called the 344x playbook. It comes with a free digital course and a free ebook. So if you don't want to watch my face, then you could just read the book. Link will be in the description below. Take advantage of that. It's 100% free. #2, I'm actually doing a giveaway. I'm giving away an iPad Pro and $500 worth of Bitcoin. Link will be in the description below. All you have to do is follow me on my social media. It's not that serious. #3, I'm doing a trading challenge with my community. My community is basically voting on what I should do with a $1,000 trading account. This will be on my Twitter. Go to my Twitter, follow me there. You'll see the vote. Vote. Let's get involved. Let's get rich together. And then I'm going to give away all the money once we get to like a certain point. And I'll probably ask you guys when I should give it away. I just want you guys to have complete control over it so I can kind of get closer to my community. And then #4, last one, I promise, last one. I have an entrepreneurship channel. Link in the description below. Link in the description below. Entrepreneurship channel, basically talk about money, the business side, motivation, all the stuff that goes on in the background that people really don't understand when it comes to making a business. People think I'm just a YouTuber that talks about crypto, not even slightly close. There's like 80% more to it that you need to find out about. So go to my entrepreneurship channel, link in the description below. Let's jump into the actual video. So before we actually jump into the London Hardfork, I need to explain to you what a hard fork is in the first place. Okay, so I've been trying to explain it very, very simple. It's not going to be technical. #1, you first have to understand what proof of work means. Okay, so proof of work is basically a consensus mechanism. If you guys understand Ethereum, basically it's a public ledger just like Bitcoin, and this ledger gets updated every single block. Okay, there's a random reward system called mining, and people contribute hashing power or computer power to win this reward. It's a random lottery, and every so often you win, you get some Ethereum. This is called mining. Now, the importance of this is that all of these miners are contributing to the security of Ethereum, and they do it by proving that they're working this hashing power. So that's why it's called proof of work. Now, what does this have to do with hard forks? Well, it's a little bit different from like an application on your phone. If you are on Instagram on your phone and you have the app, and Instagram wanted to update their app, all they do is they send you a little checkbox or some type of verification where you accept the terms and conditions. Where this becomes weird is the fact that they actually make the terms and conditions really long, really complicated, hard to read. And they do this so that when you go through it, you don't actually read it and you just accept it and move on, upgrade your app, and then there you go. The actual software is upgraded. Now, in the case of Ethereum, I just told you, there's a community of people that are contributing to security through this consensus mechanism called proof of work. And with proof of work, you actually get paid and they make the decisions. So let's say hypothetically, somebody wants to put in a proposal. Hey, I want to upgrade Ethereum. There's these features like for, the example what we're talking about here, EIP 1559. I want to give it better features when it comes to the gas fees. I'm going to put this proposal out. Okay. Pretty much every single node operator and miner have to come to consensus by saying, yes, let's do it. Let's vote on it. Let's pass it. Let's fork. Okay. It's community driven. And the reason why it's a little bit better is because remember, these people are directly getting incentivized for adding power to the network. So instead of somebody just looking at the terms and conditions and just accepting it blindly, these people actually look into it very deep to make sure that the upgrades are actually feasible. And a lot of upgrades get denied. Most upgrades do get denied. So when Ethereum forks, pretty much all the node operators, all the miners, pretty much everybody have to agree on it and contribute the hashing power to the new fork, okay, if that makes sense. So Ethereum forked. London hard fork today, big event, everyone's talking about it. Now, there's a couple reasons why I'm going to go over in this video. It can potentially catalyze Ethereum. And I'm also going to be telling you exactly what I'm doing because currently I don't own an Ethereum. I literally sold it yesterday, okay? And I'll explain exactly why. Number one, let's go into a couple of things. If you look at Ethereum's price, you can see it pumped, right? Look at this, it's still pumping. And actually it's making me FOMO, to be honest. This is making me FOMO right here because it looks really good. And I think the primary catalyst, because they're calling it ultrasound money. I'll explain what that means. But for the past ever so often since July over here, we've been just continuously going up. Now, let me explain to you my trade that I did in Fundamental Secrets so you guys can get where I'm coming from. Right around here, I purchased ETH. Right around this range. Okay, I purchased ETH, and I actually got out right here. Okay, I got out around there, and then I'll explain why. Because I knew this fork was actually coming, okay? And it's a common phrase. Everybody talks about it. Buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So I knew people were going to start thinking about the London hard fork around here. I knew that Bitcoin in general was going to be, doing really well because of the technical analysis, right? We did have this spike, right? This massive spike. So I decided to get into Ethereum. I knew Bitcoin was going to catalyze it. I knew the hard fork was going to be a major event. Now, the reason I sold it, and maybe I sold it too soon, and maybe I was wrong, and I'm perfectly capable of being wrong, for sure, guys. And when I say I don't have an Ethereum, I always have a moon bag. I always have a long-term bag. I'm talking about for my trading account. I just want to be very clear because a lot of different variables that go into an actual strategy that people don't understand. They just watch my videos, and then when I say something, they set it in stone. Like, Alex said it, this is what he means. And it's like, you got to understand that there's definitely a lot of other variables, guys. There's a lot of other information that you're missing out on, especially for the people that don't watch on my videos. You're missing out on serious information. But over here, okay, I bought, sold, waiting for the price to go down. I'm waiting for the sell the news event. But as you can see from what we're playing out right now, it doesn't look like there's going to be a sell the news event. It looks like it's continuing to pump. So even though I missed out, right? Even though I missed out on this, 8% jump, it wouldn't be a bad idea if I got back in and rode it up. That would not be a bad idea at all because remember, I made all this percentage here and I actually originally sold here. So there's nothing wrong with accumulating these percentages. Let me make it more accurate. So I sold, saved 16% there, got back in here and wrote it all up for 32% increase. This is just pure profit for me, okay? Now, if we look over here at the Ethereum block, something new happened. We can go into all the EIPs and we can go into all the upgrades and specifically how they're changing the code. But the two major things that they're doing, and they're actually doing three major things, but the third one's not that big. The first one is that they're burning the base fee. Instead of the miners getting the reward and being able to pick which transactions they want to include into the block, they're actually burning it. So it's not necessarily deflationary because there's still an inflationary supply, but there's a burning mechanism in Ethereum now. It's crazy. Actually, this is a website contributed to showing you it. So just, in the past hour or so, we've already burned 357 Ethereum. And this is what people keep talking about because, again, like it says right here, the more Ethereum is used, the more ETH is burned. Okay, so this base fee that they're burning instead of giving to the miners will take away from the supply. And people are actually saying that it's equivalent to 3 Bitcoin halvings. And if you don't understand what a halving is, guys, I have other videos for that. You can go ahead and check my YouTube. We explain halvings. But for the people that do understand, that is big because halvings basically move the entire market. The entire market is dictated by these halving events. It lowers the supply, or not, it doesn't lower the supply, but it lowers the amount of supply coming out. This happened equivalent to 3 halvings. That's insane. That's insane. It's the first time we've ever seen this for Ethereum in general. So yeah, we have blocks now that are actually burning fees. Look, burnt fees right here. Post London upgrade. This represents a part of the fee that is burnt. Base fee per gas. You guys see it right there. So super interesting. Ethereum's changing. It's getting great. Here's the actual EIP 1559. That's the one everybody talks about. Fee market change for ETH 1.0 chain. Base fee opcode, reduction and refunds, et cetera, et cetera. You guys see it right there. Now, this is another thing they're doing. They're delaying the difficulty bomb, which basically the difficulty bomb was created so that it forces people to move to Ethereum 2.0 and stop mining Ethereum. It basically increases the difficulty of mining so high that miners will be forced to move to Ethereum 2.0. They pushed it to December 1st, 2021, which gives us a sign, because if they're pushing it to that specific date, then potentially maybe they can upgrade to Ethereum 2.0 at that time. Just wanted to make you guys aware of it. But remember, the significance of all this is really, really big, considering the fact that we're in a specific time that banks are looking at digital currencies, right, and stable coins, which will be running most likely on Ethereum. And there's a lot of other catalysts. There's actually an article here I want to show you guys. This is from Squash Chaos. This guy basically talked about the 3 halving kind of remark that everybody keeps talking about. So there's a couple of catalysts I want to make you aware of, and then we'll kind of conclude this video. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'll show you when I potentially get back into Ethereum, and the whole 9 yards. So liquidity drivers, staking DeFi locked up 12% of the market cap. So staking in DeFi right now, which if you look at the market, DeFi market's going crazy, right? A lot of the DeFi coins are going insane. Look, Aave, Compound, Voyager, Solana's not ERC20 based, but you can see that these coins are doing very well, right? So if you come back over here, he's saying the incentives will bring it up to 30%, okay? So more incentives for Ethereum. There's going to be more APY, more DeFi protocols will bring this locked up to about 30%, which is actually big for the supply. Now he's also talking about the fee burns, which removes most liquid supply, okay? This is a negative stock to flow, means no release in value through issuance. Yields cause ETH hodling to go viral more than BTC ever could. So this is a big one. And actually, let me pull up the chart here. If we look at the ETH BTC chart, you can see that Ethereum's been outcompeting Bitcoin by a lot. Look at that jump, man. This is like making me FOMO. I'm gonna be honest. I might buy some Ethereum at the end of this video. Yeah, I might have to get some Ethereum at the end of this video. It's getting crazy out here, guys. Let me see the ETH chart. This is live. This is live. Excuse me. I want to make sure I make some money. If Ethereum gets over this point, I'll probably start getting in 29. If we get over aggressively over 29, 30K, I'll probably start to jump in. But it's supposed to be a sell the news event. That's usually what happens with pretty much everything. The news comes out, people start dumping because the cat's out of the bag, right? But in this case, we see Ethereum pumping. That's really interesting. I think people are FOMOing in because of the burning mechanism. So if we come back over here, there's a couple of other demand drivers that he's talking about, which is pretty much, if I were to take my brain and put it on a piece of paper, this is what it is, right? New on-ramps for retail, institutional flows, Robinhood, PayPal, Venmo, futures. Funds already did the work to get access to Bitcoin, so accessing Ethereum will be faster. And it's true, because Bitcoin's, already adopted, right? A couple other catalysts, the triple halving event, which we're talking about, EIP 1559. Literally, the amount of Ethereum getting burned will be equivalent to 3 halvings. That's insane, right? This is a 90% reduction in issuance equivalent to 3 consecutive Bitcoin halvings. And then what he's also saying is the narrative adoption, rise in price in ETH and BTC ratio leads to narrative adoption, okay? So I'm not going to lie to you guys. A couple things. Ethereum's outcompeting Bitcoin. That's a sign of positivity for smart contract capabilities. Not only that, but if we look at the top 100 altcoins versus BTC, I called this in a couple videos ago. I don't know if it was in my market update or my YouTube video. Excuse me, guys. I'm all over the place. But I called it right here that we're going to move up here. I got into some altcoins. Some of my altcoins have been doing really well. Actually, let's pull it up so you guys can see what we're doing over here. Discord's crazy, man. Fundamental secrets. We've been calling some great coins called YGG for 120%. One of my coaches called Axie Infinity. That did like 10x while everything was going down. Let me pull up some of these trades here. As you can see right here, I called YGG right there. It's up like hundreds of percentages. I got out. Made some good money on that. We have, look, AXS pulled another 10%, 35% gain. Alice up 15%. He's been killing it. Matt the Wizard, he's a beast. He's been putting in a lot of work. Seriously, guys, these guys are crazy. Calls after calls, guys. Just wanted to let you guys know because there's a lot of money to be made in this market. You need to be trading. You need to be looking at the flows of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Where is it going? Right now, Ethereum's doing well. It's usually used as a leading indicator for altcoins because obviously all altcoins, or most of them, are ERC20 based. So it's not a bad time to get into some of these, guys. Do some fundamental analysis, get some research together, start putting together a list of coins that you potentially want to buy. Look at these crazy gains. If I go to the next page, look at these crazy gains, 364%, 20%, right? It might be a potential altcoin season. I don't want to call it just yet, but top 100 altcoins are outcompeting Bitcoin. Ethereum is doing really well. DeFi is doing really well. Obviously, NFTs are going viral in general. EIP 1559, London Hardfork. It's so beautiful. Cryptocurrency might come back into a full swing bull market for the rest of the year. We'll see. I'll continue to do research. I'll continue to update you through these beautiful times and also not so beautiful times. I'll continue to give you the honesty and integrity that I promise you guys. And yeah, that's it for this video. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism. Subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with it, you will get left behind. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one.